Hello. My Minecraft is gone. There it is. Hi. I'm here with me, myself, and I, Minecraft, a shell that we still have to build, and an open window because my cat decided to want it there and it's freezing. Yes, I'm talking to you. The door too close for you, buddy. He's such a baby. He's also an orange idiot. And now this room is really cold. Yeah. It was just sitting on the windowsill and like pretending to scratch on it, but it's like way too slippery, so he can't actually find anything to scratch on, so he's just sliding across the windowsill with his paws. And it's really, really silly. But yeah. Back to the scheduled program. Which is this lovely little creature behind me that we started last week, yes. Hello, Sai! Okay, let me just quickly grab my reference as well so I don't have to keep scrolling and zooming and something around. Fine. Guess who's here? Well, who is there? I wouldn't know. I mean, like I see a name. Let me take a quick sip here. And then let's get started with this chaos. So, first thing I want to start with is the floor plan. Yeah, I'm glad I know my words. I'm glad I can words so well. So, apparently we have this entrance area. Apparently there's a room here, and there's also a room here. Which is kind of crazy if you ask me. We, of course, what kind of floor should we take? Okay, we can take a peek at this, check out all the woods, checking if you actually remember me. Yes, of course I do! Hey, that's the go-to situation there, I guess. Do I wanna... What kind of wooden floors do I want? Familiar Room. That's a really, really cute song. I don't know if I should just slap in some basic wooden floors to start with and then think about the details later. Just mapping things out a little bit. Yeah, I think just mapping it out first would be helpful. Yeah. Just like the shell, no texturing yet, we're just slapping it all in. Just throwing it in there, calling it a day. Cool. Gonna take a second because, you know, no mods, so no world edits, so manual labor. Could appreciate that sometimes. Cool. Now this inner part. And then before I do the second floor, I do have to kind of check the walls on this layout. I feel like I'm gonna need to make some changes. So it actually like kind of fits in. Obviously I can't just place a wall like in the middle here unless I pick those, you know? But then I can't really do much else with it. There's no like wood ones of that, for example. It would all be just straight up mainly stone stuff. Sandstone, mud bricks, that kind of stuff. And this is the full selection of walls. So yeah. Something different has to do. I'm gonna just go back to wool for a little bit. For a nice little bit of mapping out. So apparently we have a room situation here and a room situation here. And then this is a living room. Oh, this is part of the Great Hall. This would be a tiny living room. This would be a library. Library would also have entrances in the Great Hall and in that. Apparently there's chimneys in the middle here. Oh my goodness. Front view is okay, but how are you gonna guess the backside? It just from the floor plan. I just mirror what's going on the like on the front and spacing like window positions and stuff off the floor plan. I'm gonna skip that one. And then I guess it just kind of goes into... Is this just the Great Hall now? All of that? I guess that. There's a service passage in this house? Goodness me. Place is crazy. There's a tiny place here. And there's a kitchen connected breakfast room here. Like I already built it. Like it's already a big building. But to get all of those like rooms in there, that crazy. Like to get all the rooms in there and like perfect size, because then like twice as big or something, because this would need to be like twice as wide and stuff. So spicy. So we have this. Then we need this, and that will kind of imply that I kind of just gotta mash the stairs in here a little bit if I want the Great Hall to actually be that much of a Great Hall, I suppose. Right. Do this. I suppose the library could have those two doors. This is all a Great Hall. This thing is like all the way to the top. And then dining room over here is also all the way to the top. Noted. Also have the two entrances. This would have two entrances. There's a breakfast room here. Going into the kitchen. Here. Kitchen entrances with a service passage. Which... That's a lot of stairs, man. Both sides look identical. How can I know which one's front and entrance? Stupid sign. One has a massive door. One has a door. The other side just has windows. Unless you want to, like, you know, like crawl in through the windows. I mean, that's like your preference, I suppose. But no, one most definitely has a door. What do I do here? What if I just brought straight across instead for sake of my own sanity, I suppose. Do like that. And then I try that for the stairs, and then those two for the stairs, and then... This would have to be tiny. So I'm gonna do that way. This has its entrance here. Still a bathroom. Truly little. I'm gonna expand it to this. So I can at least somewhat get something in here. And then this one would have the kitchen here. It's the connection to this. With a counter. This second set of stairs there, theoretically. I'm gonna skip the service passage. So I can connect them better. Probably. That would probably be nice. Now we have the counter there, the kitchen there, and then I'm just gonna do the kitchen entrance here. Why not? We're gonna have a few less servants around, I suppose. It will be fine. This is Minecraft. We'll survive without 50 servants. Make this swirl around over this door. Make up for the lack of space. And then I'm gonna draw in a floor. Definitely gonna have to be different. Yeah, that's the part where it's like mediocre, where it's more for the exterior than for the interior, because the walls are not that amazing. You look at it like this. It isn't that great, you know? But like... it's such a nice shell. I think the walls really add a lot. A lot of beautiful, beautiful dimension. I wonder if maybe I can... I'd love to do this like little bit of magic here. I wonder what that would look like. And suddenly you lose all your items inside the walls because you keep right-clicking your exterior. See what this is like. Well, you know, mentioned with college hostel rooms, I guess. Yup. Yup. That's it. That's it. Exactly. Mangrove. Oh. It's not bricks, I suppose, if I do it like this, but it still has the depth. Looks so nice though, that's a problem. I'm torn. I'm pretty torn. Like now, like there's well, you know, we kind of have like a little I suppose wallpaper pattern or something. Hmm. Like if I just focused on the shell only, the brick walls would be incredible. But this way, I don't know. I don't know. Let me put a little bit of floor in here. Like, I like the inside. The inside is nice. Inside is pretty lovely. Pretty cool pattern. But it looks good from the inside, just like, can I live with this as the outside? Like, I really want the depth, like, right here. It's like, what do I do, you know? What do I do? I can do it all brick. And instead stone. Bricks. Extend these parts outward. Try and add that dimension back in. But it will lose some of that crazy, like, visual depth if I just go like this. I suppose this could still work. Maybe if we give it a little bit extra poking out like this. Guess it could still work. No, just do the same to the backs. Much as I love it, but unless I want it to just be a pretty hall for decorative purposes, not it. Not it. I'm sure if it's just me, but I kind of see a face pattern on the top. On there. Guess it's like kind of screaming. There's always faces everywhere. That's one thing I take from building, is that there's faces everywhere and there's no escaping them. No matter how hard you try, there will always be faces. Always, everywhere, all the time. Okay. I can survive doing it this way. And there we go. Your build is so alive, it's growing a face at the top. Yep. Look at him scream. Okay, I've got the side bits here. Replacing all of the fences at the walls with the brickstone. So we can do the proper interior. Whoa. Now what I'd love would be stone trapdoors. So we could actually have some slight bits of dimension on top of here. That would be so lovely, but I suppose you can't have everything. Right. Back to the layout. We got the Great Hall. Which actually, my mistake. All of this is open. All of this is open. This is closed. Boing, 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 boing. Boing. And this is all open. Because we're fancier, so apparently our Great Hall needs to be absolutely massive and go all the way from ground floor into the attic, because why the heck not? Or something like that. Cool. That's our grand hall. Then upstairs we have all of this. Oh, this is the Great Hall. And then over here there's a bedroom and apparently also a bath. And then the master bedroom. How does one get into the master bedroom? Oh, okay, so this would be a bedroom or the sitting room for the master bedroom. Interesting things. Interesting things people had back in the day. Why the heck do you need a sitting room for a bedroom? Huh? There are certain things that are just a bit too over the top. Okay. So here we have the bathroom. So apparently there's a little bit of floor situation here, and then you go in there into this bedroom. Which I guess I don't know why you'd have the master bedroom have such a weird window situation. But sure. Who am I to judge that people want to take this as the master bedroom? Who am I to judge? So this is that, this is that, this is that, this is the bathroom, which is be entered from here. Funny bathroom. The bathroom gets bigger windows than the master bedroom. Sure. Sure, people, sure. Then this is the upstairs space. Which is very, very open. Hello, Strat. Another stream. Yep. Okay, so here we go again. Boom. Okay, so then there's another bedroom and bath here, and there's one bedroom. Gets all of the action, apparently. And then I need a passage from here through here to be able to host another bedroom here, and this is open. You can give it a funny little shape. And then there's another bedroom here. And we're just gonna say screw it. We make this the doors. Great if I saw the short. Which short? Which one of the many? Cool. That is a teeny tiny bathroom. And then we somehow get stairs in here, in this situation. Oh, the short creeper. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Do I even have another short scheduled, or do I need to edit the 50 shorts more quickly than I thought? Let me quickly see. Let me quickly see. Shorts. Nope, one more short for Sunday, and then I gotta get going. Sunday? I think so. Yeah. Yeah? Yeah. I'm confusing myself. I need to quickly drink something. Chop chop. I'm sorry. It's not 15 of them, it's 50 of them. 50. What do you mean chop chop? Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Hmm. Mm. I should probably double this up. Give it to the next person. No. They don't have insane amounts of space, so I think I'm gonna use this as a walkway. Use this as an open space instead of just having it on this way. The bedrooms. Yeah, there's a lot of bedrooms in this house. There's like, what, 5? No, 4 bedrooms and 1 bedroom slash master bedroom sitting room. I still don't understand that part. What is a master bedroom sitting room, and why would you need that? I just don't get it. Okay, I see, that's interesting. There's windows from up here into the great hall. A master bedroom sitting room. Yeah. Yeah. The floor layout says that you go in here into a place that could be bedroom number 5 or the sitting room for the master bedroom, and then you go through here into the master bedroom. Like, huh? The heck? Yeah, I really don't follow with that one. Yep. 5 bedrooms. Oh wait, this is open. Someone just pull the bricks through here. No, I don't. I'm gonna pull one of these guys through there. Nice little innocent looking wooden support. And then I'm just gonna plant that down here as well. And I think I'm gonna just pull it up, because why not? I think that kind of works. Boink, boink. I think there's also one on the outside in the roughly same position. Yep. Normal bedrooms are for villages you accidentally let in. Yeah, I mean, with that many beds around, if you're living near a village, villages are just gonna move in, and you don't have a say about it. Mm. Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Like that? Like that. Yeah. Now it's symmetrical. Cool. Now only this guy. Sweet. And then... where am I gonna start? Yeah. I think I'm gonna first start with a door. What do you think with a house like this needs to be made of dark oak? I like it so. Giving us this door. I love the dark oak door. I'm not sure if I want the chocolate texture here. So I'm gonna try spruce. Yeah, I think this fits better. There's one thing I need to change. For the people who can't use doors like this, because they just keep flipping every single thing except the door that should actually be flipped. So at least those people can just go through and close it behind them without flipping the whole darn door. Okay. Then I'm gonna drag a pillar in here. And... pillar in here, and a pillar in here. Cool. I think this makes sense. Then... I'm gonna get some of those smooth walls in here. For the rest of the stuff. And some sand. Smooth some stairs. Make the doors appear larger than they actually are. that in here. And pull that in here. And then same thing. Boink. Boink. This is gonna quickly turn to such a crazy, confusing house, I'm sure. Okay. And then we have another big wannabe big door there, I suppose. And then this wall I can do either out of brick or out of stone. I kinda wanna just do the lower layer out of stone brick. And then just go all in on the brick. That includes a little bit of wooden support. Bum 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 bum. And there we go. I wonder if here I could maybe play with the brick walls, actually. I'm gonna finish the build this stream. I'm not sure. I hope so. Because there's a lot of other things that I do still kind of like a lot of other builds. Fortunately, the door will not connect. If the doors would connect, then the brick would be so nice. Like the walls. I'm more in the great opportunity. The great chance that we could have had with those brick walls. Could have been so beautiful. Either way. I think different doors for indoor versus outdoor kind of works. Cool. The grand hall. Dining room. The kitchen. Which has like pass-through thingy here, but it's a counter, so I might leave this kind of open. And just build in the counter. With like a trapdoor here. At the trapdoor. I might just go like this for the counter. Then it could pass through there, meaning it can probably give this another little layer. And then we have the kitchen next to the breakfast room. So this is the breakfast room, then through there is the dining room. You wanna know? Connect beautiful. So we can at least have the illusion of having a little bit of glass in here. Let's see if I want the pure or some gray glass. Maybe cyan. I think the gray is nice because it's like, oh yeah, like it's clear that it's windows with glass, but it doesn't really block anything. And you say they have fancy light magic transforms the tiny rooms. Not sure how much light magic I'm actually gonna do. What I do know is that I'm gonna try to see if I can grab some shaders for this version. Plop back in with some shaders and see what kind of craziness can actually happen here. Maybe not those. Maybe not those. At least all these. I'd kind of like to have some glass or something similar. Maybe this is the turn for some scaffolding windows as well. I'm not sure. Not sure. What about some more trapdoor window? I think that gives it a nice little bit of detail. This one definitely needs something else. This one looks better without the glass in it. This one needs details. But like, please, like right now, like yesterday, please give it details. Okay. Gonna go back into these. Adding those trapdoors in for the window details. Shaders, yeah. I like shaders. Shaders can be so fun. Currently chilling on a little like roleplay SMP with some people. Where like I would have recorded it if it wasn't mods where I just can't have flashback mods. Then I would have made videos out of it. But unfortunately there's no flashback for Neoforce, so yikes. Hi Toxic, what's up? I'm doing good. I'm doing great now that my cat has decided to not sit in the window anymore, causing this room to be way too cold. Then we're doing great. A little bit hungry already, but I have cookies, so I think we're sorted. What am I doing here? Oh, that's cute. That's a cute little detail. Better get my night vision goggles ready for shader darkness. Oh yeah. Whoops. No, I don't think I'll be able to show it with shaders this stream because I'd have to install the shaders first. I don't have any on here right now actually, so yeah. You know what? It's fine with the double one. I just want something at the top of those windows, so there's something going on from the inside. And I'm just writing letters in the windows. No, don't write an H in there. Or do I want this because it looks like a frame? I kind of don't mind the brown peeking through this one, actually. That's a little more detail. Cute little detail. We like details in this household. Details are great. I guess that's what we're working with. Screw you, invisible pane. And then, of course, we still have the texturing. The texturing. Boom. I'm gonna pull this, these corners a little bit more wood. And then what windows do we have and how many? Only on this side. Or just draw it right through. Somehow, apparently, there's freaking 5 windows in this thing. So this is the situation, I guess. Thumbs up. This just looks like pillars, not like 5 windows. Maybe it is pillars. What I'd really like would be to do this. That's not 5. Don't make it super open. Like a just walkway. Or... they do a lot of windows. Will there be basement? No, there is no basement. No basement. Ooh. And then all of this. Where does this room have its entrance? The bath has it. Actually on this side. In this room. I like this side. And then there would be passage here with theoretically a super tiny room, like right there. That's a little too silly for my liking. Let me just throw that across. And just call that a day. Well, where's the entrance to this? There's no entrance to this because this is the dining, the big boy. The dining hall. I'll think about the roof of the dining hall later. Smash this out. Get some smooth sandstone stairs. And dark oak doors. Boink. Boink. And boink again. The connection between those, right? Right. Cool. Boink. So then over here, I do the same thing of doing this. And make this... I'll just make this flush. Mm. Such a weird master bedroom. Such a weird master bedroom. The fact that it has a sitting room. I can't get over the sitting room. Like, the heck is a master bedroom sitting room? What's that? How? Why? What? Where? We do like... No, this goes like that. No, I need them to match to be even on both sides. So then, how many sitting rooms in total? No, there's just that one like room that is called sitting room. That one's like actually called sitting room. I don't know why that's I have no idea. And without a basement, the ghosts are disappointed. I can have an attic. The ghosts have permission to inhabit the attic. That off. Block that off. There we go. Cool. Now, I think I want some slabs. Make this a bit cooler. Yeah, that's a bit more balanced. Typo, it's actually the toilet. Don't say that. No. I wish you could see my expression right now because I am disappointed in you. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Alright, so get this in here. Do I want a way to get to the attic? But yeah, my disappointment is immeasurable. My day is not ruined though. My disappointment is just immeasurable. I gotta. There we go. Fix that door. Okay, that's all of that. Just slap a torch in there or two, like, for good measure for now. Fix my sugar farm. Damn. So what's up? I love fixing the sugar farm. Wasn't my fault. I never flew over it or anything. Always working while I was there. Probably hide the villagers. Definitely not in the attic. In the bedrooms. They're part of the family. Wink, wink. They're definitely here because they enjoy being here. Let's just slap a ladder here. And, pretend that it's one of the ones you can, like, pull out. Wasn't. Oop. I have fallen. What kind of trapdoor do I want as the railing? I suppose I can just dark oak this. I'm gonna just bling, bling, bling. That works. And then I'm gonna just do a little bit of a railing. Like so. Cool. Also got to 1000 days. Woo! That's pretty cool. I just realized that my Minecraft is a little cut off because I was playing in full screen when I wasn't before. Okay. How's the situation looking? It's currently looking a little bland and a little boring. That's okay. We've got a rough room layout. We got a spare attic for all the ghosts and the kidnappings. I mean, what? I don't say nothing. So I'm gonna just go at it with a little texturing. Add a little bit of love to this little building. Adding a little bit of cracked stone bricks and stuff. So on and so forth. Schlaps. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of tough. That works, however. And that works. And that works. And then we can have that. And we can have one of those be cracked. And one of those be cracked, and one of those be cracked. Okay. Yeah, I mean, already feels so much more alive. That's fun. I love texturing. Texturing should, like sometimes I feel like texturing should just not be allowed. Because boy is it illegal how it can change some things, and it's crazy. It looks so much more alive in like 0.5 seconds. Crazy. Yep, I like that. Managed by a villager factory by night. Shh! Don't tell them our secrets. Anyways, now with our beautiful, totally normal, totally not dangerous mansion, secrets where? There's no secrets here. What are you talking about? Oops. Sure, you get a cracked stone brick. Ah. Ooh. Room for potential. And then you get a tough. And you get a cracked stone brick. And you get a cracked stone brick. And then I'll just get some of this in here. Okay. One on there and there and there. And one there and like that. And then some cracked ones. Totally not representing sanity in this household of any way, shape, or form. Because everything is great and everyone is perfectly happy here. Smile. But look how much of a difference this makes. I've seen the secrets. There's no secrets here. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. No secrets. Just pure, honest work. Massive. Sometimes massive. I'd love if I could have that stuck. I would love if I could have that not stuck in my head, or if that would stop. Oh my goodness. Hello, brain. Is anyone home? Like at all? Anyone? Anything? Gee. Apparently not. Only cobwebs. No brain to be found. I mean, who needs one of those? Like, totally overrated or something, I heard. Like, yeah, you know? Who needs that? There's some mossy stone at the bottom. Unfortunately, there's not mossy tuff. Otherwise, I would totally put some moss in there. texture. And then I'm gonna cause some itty bitties of damage to the bricks. And there we go. Little itties and bitties poking through. Go around, do the same for the back. With plopping those guys in here for some shadows. Okay. A little bit of this. This. Hello, thank you, and this. Top of those. Slap in some more granite. A little bit of that. Hope this will be okay, because I do want some broken closer to the window. I think that would be pretty neat. I'm gonna try the same with the bricks at the bottom. Give them a little damage. Like there's a few bricks missing. That's too symmetrical. No symmetry in this household. Well, a good chunk of symmetry in this household. No symmetry, I say, while this whole thing is, you know, using banners. For what exactly? The bottom? I know what I do want to use is some like a little bits of like vines and stuff. Transforming this place into something from times that have long since passed. Schlap. Bad. Okay. Grade this out a little bit. It makes it fit better with the mossy thing as well. And then I like the thought of like the moss carpets around, but they'd unfortunately kind of make everything around a like gray border. I don't know if I want that all around. And be able to toss some glow like and then vines, chains, everything. Yep. I don't think I want to use chains for that one. I don't want it that broken down. Though I do really like using chains to make things like fall apart. Mm-mm-mm. Or just slap Fugalo lichen and the few ones. So this building is getting... it's aging. A little bit of extra. So then, what is happening with this situation? So I'm gonna texture first by adding a little bit of sand in here. Um, actually drag the sand higher with the way I built this whole thing. Based on trapdoors and stuff. I don't like that. That's okay. Then I can also make a shadow under the roof here. I really like the sand. The sand is really doing a nice job. And a nice little thing. I do definitely want to break it up a little bit more. Symmetrical. I make this symmetrical because there I want the bricks to act as a shadow. Right. I'm gonna play myself so much, so hard, so many times with just having the sand around me. Ah, goodness me. There we go. This. That. Needs a little bit more drama down here. A little bit more textured. Okay. I might just gradient this out a little bit. Put a singular like birch in the corner and then work out from that. Adds a little bit more depth. I think that could be cute. Mm, mm. The one place I can't place that. Woo! Good job, me. Well done. Another one in that corner. So that kind of looks a bit like darkened. Like the background score more. I'm chilling with those. I think these are nice. You know what? I can probably make this fade out. Probably have it like not go all the way around. That would be a cool little situation. Got like a little bit of a hill. Cook dinner. Heck yeah. Get something to eat. And then we'll just fill all of that in. And then continue the texturing. But on this building, I'm just gonna do some like general shading where light would generally be kind of going down or be kind of be missing just based on how the bodies interact with each other, not based on how like the sun is standing or what angle we are viewing things from. So there's differences. Big important differences. Which I'm gonna go through in another project where I'll be shading the building based on like one specific point where the sun is vibing. Place some shadows in very specific areas. And so on and so forth. And now I'm just gonna do like a little bit of like drop shadows and stuff. From the like volumes from the bodies that we have. And with that, I'm not referring to the bodies of the villagers. I think I need to clarify at that point. Not the villagers. Not at this point in time. Murder on the mansion, water crocodiles, maximum security. I was thinking of maybe doing like a little pond in the back actually. I think that could be kind of cute. Have a little pond around. that in, that in, that in. Give those guys a little shade. And all of this. Oh no, I did it the other way around. And we do it the other way around here as well. Just subtract the texture slowly. Yeah, that's nice. Sweet. Sweet. This one. Drag it up there. A little bit in this corner. This is a really dark corner. Just from things existing. Okay. So then out here everything is a little bit lighter. So the occasional sandstone brick. Okay. Add the texture here. And into the corners. There we go. No villagers were harmed during the making of this mansion. Naturally. I mean, who the heck would harm villagers? Like, crazy people. Everything is perfectly fine. Everyone is perfectly welcome in this mansion. And obviously, everything is perfectly safe. To change a quote of a beautiful animation series. Trust us with your villagers. Hehe. But though, down here. Yeah. All of this is birch. Bump. 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 And bump, bump, bump. Then a bit more over here. Oopsie doopsie little dark corner. Did the exact same thing I did before. Put the sand on the outside, dang it. Just toss a little birch inside that corner, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, that seems fine. Toss it in there. Nothing weird about that. Mentions 100% ethical, certified villager friendly. You got it. The village spa day over here. Just a lovely little villager spa day. It'll be great, I promise. That sounds really creepy. But it's not. Everything is lovely. Toss the sand and there at the top. We'll do the same over here. Everything is awesome. That's a whole different movie. But oh well. There's some more of that lovely little shading. The same here of grabbing a dark corner near the roof, getting lighter towards the middle. Darkening this. And darkening all of this. So very nice. Crazy how different the mansion looks. Are you gonna name the mansion? Maybe. This is the Villager Spa Resort. I don't know. Sand. Add a little bit of super unimportant, uninteresting wall damage here. To this brand new building. Everything is awesome. I'm not gonna be able to get rid of that song. That song will be with me for the rest of the day, most likely. And I wish I was joking. Oh boy. Alright. A little bit of that. I can never get over how much more alive a place feels as soon as you just add a little bit of texturing. It's crazy to me. Magic. I don't know. Magic, craziness, whatever you'd like to call it, but it's... wow. Time. Boink. A little bit of damage there. A little bit of damage here. A little bit of damage there. Very nice. Damage places. Beds are always occupied. That's a beautiful slogan. Oh, I want to make the villager sound more. It's so silly. Going, oh. Oh. Huh. It looks so much more alive! How does that happen? Why does that happen? Why is it so crazy? I don't know. Like slight bits like... Okay. First, I'm gonna darken them edges. Just how I... the same principle applies as I did for the... for the shading of the sand. Maybe let's not do that. Maybe let's keep it that tone. I think that is a little bit too bright. Maybe let's just put that away before we do really weird things that I'm gonna regret later on. Get off my dinner and enjoy your food. Oops. Maybe like the darkest corners I can like spruce up a little bit. Be fun. Is there something that like kind of dances in between the... It's something that's like a teensy bit darker than that. Do I just go into spruce planks? Actually turning into a villager over here. Did you think about how I want to gradient this? No. Too textureless. No. Too red. What else? No. Too cold. What about... No. Not that either. There's too many bright spots because you're too shiny. Maybe this is okay. Maybe this is okay. I'll find out. That. Add all the shading in the corners. Shading in the corners. Sweet. So now then this area. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Not this. that works. Mm-hmm. 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 I'll just turn into a villager at some point. I make so many of those noises already. Might as well be one. And then... I have one in this corner. I have two in this corner. Crazy. Two in that corner. One in that corner. And more in that corner. This is such a classic Minecraft song as well. I'm quite sure this is one I fell asleep to in the past. Very, very chill, very, very lovely. This. And that is a lot more detail to this place. Oh, I suppose now it's time for some roof craziness. Oh boy. We need stairs for all of these. These are the darkest stairs I'll have. And then this will be our highlight, and then the darker we go into crevices and stuff. The further we go into crevices and stuff, the darker we'll get. Nah. The thin little trim is nice. Okay, so I think I'm gonna shade this. Trying to stay a little lighter at the top. And then I'm gonna go darker towards the bottom, similar to that guy over there. If we fly over here real quick, you can see. Yeah, you have food. Nice. I still have cookies. So if we look at this roof, let's see, it's light at the top, dark at the bottom. Same for that one up there. Very similar gradient, actually. I'm not sure where I put the logs all the way at the bottom. Not next to the copper. Oh, this was a while ago. For now, we go back to this little roof. And we go light at the top, dark at the bottom. Mm-mm-mm-mm. God. Then I'm gonna keep swapping between some stuff, probably. I'm not gonna go into the corner with them because I want the corners to be darker. Okay. Okay. And then this is where we get dark here. Ay. And then dark here. I need to do the one on top because this needs to be darker because it's that corner. I'm going to try to keep the corners darker in this case to emphasize them a little bit more. I'm gonna try to kind of lighten all the roof tips here. At least all the ones that are like front facing like that. All of them. one's nice. What is this? Featherfall. I like this one. Featherfall is good. No, wrong lock. I forgot the thing of the slabs and the stuff. Crazy. Anyways, moving on. Why did I do that? Okay, weird perception. Okay, that roof. Now, this roof. Lily pad. Good. Ball, hello. Ah. Got his stats sorted out. I'm gonna quickly toss those guys. Now I have space for those guys. Now I can do the thing with the thing of like going darker. Yeah. Oh yeah, they have the weird name. I kind of need this to be a little weird, so I can transition between the copper and the warp planks, like, cause there's no stairs for the cafe blocks. So yeah, it's a little strange. Okay, so into the dark corner we go with this. I need warped slabs as well. I'm going to transition into that, which then allows me to transition to this. Oh goodness. That okay? That okay. Boink boink. And slap all of that on there. That on there. Into the darkness. Like that. I don't think I like the way it does that. Such a nice gradient, but I'm not feeling the textures. I am not feeling the texture change at all. So let's see what else I can drop in there. Can't do that. I need something more green. Something more green. You're usually lighter than that. Yeah, you are. I don't want to go straight into the woods. Hmm. I don't want to add more trapdoors to transition them, really, but I might. I can't really do that here. I can't do the lichen trick, like put anything else on there, transition it, because using half slabs there means we can't put any banners on there, we can't put anything on. I will do the dark bits of them bulbs transition. They stand out too much, the lines are too clear. Huh. What an interesting problem to have. Also means I can't do like this, because like like that works, but I can't really put that on like most of these. You know. Like what we do here. Question of all questions. That doesn't look particularly great. That's kind of like, yeah. Like the copper transition situation we have. I don't like whatever this is on this house. And it's not good. It's just not good. So what do? How do I add even more detail to this roof? Because I'd love for it to be a little darker. I think that would be great. But the word wood just ain't it on this roof. But you can sneak a few of those guys in there. like the texture of the dark prismarine a lot more. Don't know. Don't know if that's the right situation. What if I like... Whoops. And then transition that into the dark roof part? Question mark? Maybe? Definitely nicely separates it all. But I'm not sure if I like the way we have gradienting going on. I might just sprinkle things in a little more. This definitely all needs to be darker than the trims. It's rough since it's like... Looks like something's taking over the roof. Like, you know? Like a little bit odd. Like, sprinkle some more around. It looks like something is eating the roof. Aye. What if I gradient the things a little bit further? Like a bit more of the copper, maybe. Maybe a few of the smooth blocks. I think I want to go too far away from the copper colors. So I don't think I should be using the less oxidized stage. Maybe a little bit of smooth, just smooth copper in there could help. Like a so. And then you just get all of this. An interesting visual difference. I suppose then I'll just drag these further down. Maybe have them like run into the roof a little bit more. Maybe if I let him run in like this, it will also like visually separate itself. Okay. I like that. I think that helps. I think that does help. Okay. I'm gonna stop dragging it in over on the inner corner so it can melt into the little situation we have there. A little bit like this. Ooh, okay, cool. I'm gonna add a little bit on these corners here as well now. That. And one more in here. Get that copper in here. There we go. That's kind of neat. So then the back. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's nice to just have all of these melt in into the edges of the roof a little bit more. And then save those smooth ones just for the very corners. Okay. Cool. Same thing over here. Dang it. Let's make those meld into the very tippy top end of the corner. Yep. I think this is getting somewhere. Then I do still definitely need to add more curtains. Definitely. Yep, a little bit of the corner guys here. A little more of the corner guys. Yep. And more corner guys. Hello. I think this works. Feels a lot smoother than the the warped wood as much as I would like it. But it just didn't, like, work. And I want the things to kind of fit and work, so... Not the warp wood. Was definitely too harsh for this. I know it can work because I used it on a building that's like about right behind me. But not this one. Okay, corner guys. A lot of little corner guys. Here too. Here. Here and some here. Cool. Then dragging this chaos further in. At this point, I'm not sure if we can actually finish this thing today. Because we're still on texturing the outside. And we're already a good chunk of time deep. So who knows? Who knows? I don't. But I'm also not Hugh. So. Silly little joke. A really stupid one at that. All these guys down. Down, down, down by the river. By the river. Boing, boing, boing. And apparently left some moving spots there, so why the heck not? Let's just fill them in. There we go. Move this over, move that down, move that down, move that down, add a little bit here. And do some cornering over here. More corners. And even more corners. And a little bit of smooth guys over here. Oop. All in there. On the other side, we already did that. On this side, then a little bit in here. And a little bit in here. Do I finally have the full roof now? Oh. Boink. I think I finally have the full roof now. Okay. That's a chunk better. Then I do need something for this roof. Which I might just do with getting some glass. So that if any light going out there. As well as some spruce trapdoors. Like to draw on through here. Yeah. And one across here. Let's see what that looks like. I might want one at the bottom as well. I can't do all of them. I think just one might be a little nicer. I'll just say screw the attic. We're adding a window in here. Oh, that adds the lines that I need, actually. That is perfect. Exactly the lines that I wanted. Exactly the lines that I need. First like this. And like this. And then I'm just gonna grab all of those guys again. And fill all of this in. And then I think we just still have a usable attic. Just a tiny bit smaller with the roof space here, but that's like, whatever. I think a little bit light would be kind of fun. So I just swap it to the black one. And then... This is annoying me. Fill all of this in. And then add the shadows. Which in here, so just do this. Drag those pillars up. This is about the size that the grand hall should have been. Alanagura, what's up? Okay. Grab these, scrap that. Dump that into the corner. Nice little shadow situation. Add a bit under here. That's not required. Boink boink. And that in those in and then the sand for all these lovely little shadows. And over here we have them built ever so slightly differently, so I'm gonna fix that. And then I think this is fine. I'm gonna do the same over here. And yeah. Shadows in the corner here as well. Do the same thing over here. Do the same thing over here. And over here, and here, and here, and here, and at the stand. There we go. That's a like decently usable attic. Last thing I can do is add a little bit more trapdoors to create the illusion of windowsills. Maybe a little bit of an overhang here. Cool. That's our attic now. We have an attic that we can actually use, which nice. Very, very nice. Then I can for now put the torches on the pillars. That's for 3 minutes. Yep. We have those to disable pre-roll ads. Fortunately, there's not many other options. It's my favorite artist, nice to tune in. Aw, that's sweet. I'm happy to see you. Okay. So. That's a floor layout. That's the house. From the outside. We'll fly around. This is the situation we have. Now we can scoot inside. And have a small little battle with the interior. So, entrance. Bathroom. Bathroom 1. I'll just start with bathroom 1. I do have curtains somewhere. So let me quickly see. Aha. I'm gonna just grab those. Scoot back over where I came from. Whoosh. Hello. Let me put those with my color palette. Wink, 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 wink. Funnily enough, they also fit this color palette, like the curtains that I already have. So... I'm gonna create like a layered action here. And I wonder... I can do this and then... No, goes to the banners on the side. How mighty unfortunate. I want to put glass in here, but I just might to prevent people from staring into like bathroom. Like, ugh. Guess that might work for now. Just have these fancy curtains. Just make sure that the toilet is in a place where people don't just stare in. And for the toilet, going as small as possible. Probably just gonna use a cauldron. Let's see. Want a cauldron or do you want a hopper? I think we're at a point where I could use a hopper. And a trapdoor. I don't want people to stare in. I'm gonna put it in this corner. Which would also make you not directly stare into it, which is kind of the... okay, bathroom architecture, I suppose. Then... can make a little bathtub. Do I want that? Or do I want... I think this is better. And then somehow I'd love to absolutely squish a sink in here. Which, honestly... this is like all too big. Maybe just like that. And then... something that I also have back there is a mirror banner that I made. Should be somewhere around here. Hello? A banner, that is the crab. That is the shop, that is the dead, where is the mirror? Hello? Okay, guess we have to quickly walk in here and get the mirror manually. Hello, good morning. I'm gonna just take this. Don't mind me walking into the house randomly. It's what I do. Thank you, goodbye. And then I'm gonna scoot back. And there's the mirror. There we go. Mirror. Tiny bathroom. And actually use copper lanterns now, that's pretty fun. Spruce. Use a spruce plank here to put a copper lantern in. And I suppose this is the tiny bathroom. Then continuing the floor plan. Also, why does every single bathroom here just have like a shower or something similar? This one actually doesn't have a tub. This one seems to have like a shower situation. Hold on, can I make a shower instead of a tub? Can I make that take up less space somehow? Let's also make this a different floor, maybe. Let's make this... tiny little, like... checkerboard situation. Sure. Alright. Slab in here for the shower. We're not modern enough to have like glass shower situations. Lab. Chain. Or an iron bar. No, chain. And then for a shower head, I'll just take an iron trapdoor. And then a polished diorite stair to make the water gathering in the shower. And I'm just surround with these blocks. And there we go. It's a little bit of a shower situation. It's a little sheltered from all of this. Cool. Kitchen. Kitchen with a move door, so kitchen slightly changing visually. I'm gonna move this door one more over. Like so. And then we're gonna make a kitchen. For said kitchen, I'd like some cabinets. I think I'm gonna just take some dark oak, probably. Then we need a little furnace situation for a little oven. Like a double oven here because apparently it's a massive mansion. Pressure plates on top of here. Oops. There we go. It's our stove tops. And then some cabinets, which I can do with some crafters first off. I'll move this one over so I can have a second set of crafter thingies here. Yep. And then I'm just gonna give some brown carpet as the topper, ending on that. Little cabinets. Then I put down some shelves. Though I'd really love to do a full shelf thing. First I'm gonna do like a kitchen hood situation. Like that. And then I'm just make a little shelf next to here. I think some more shelves here would be nice, but I don't think that's gonna do any good. Then we need a different floor for the kitchen. I'm gonna go with the white again that I used in the bathroom. Or the quartz. Or the quartz bricks. I'm gonna try the quartz bricks. This is the kitchen floor now. There we go. This is the kitchen situation. Nice and clean. We could probably another shelf here. Yeah. That works. Then I'm gonna item frame a little bit of food here and a little cake. Some like breakfast, like some like fruit. There we go. This is the breakfast room. Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to finish this house before our stream time runs out because goodness, we just basically started the interior decorating. Ay 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 ay. Okay. I need a table. And a table. Could this table be? What about a bit of oak? And we're having like a nice little family table next to the window. That seems nice. And then we need some chairs for which I can use a little pop of color. For breakfast, something light. What if we make pink seeds with some spruce in the back and give me some pink banners. Just take. People like bench, maybe. I want the table to be a bit bigger though. I guess I'm gonna just go like that. And get a sign instead. For a little bench. And then this little bench is the one I'm gonna give the back. Nicely in line with the window. Works. Let me get some more item frames. Wish there was an easier way to just have like plates and stuff and everything. One have a cookie and someone have an apple. And a few pickle glasses. There we go. Food and drink here. I think the kitchen's gonna get same treatment as the bathroom in that regard. Yeah. And I'm gonna just put a little lantern on the shelf. I think that helps with lighting this thing up. Yeah. I think that helps. Though I do wanna move this one over here so not everything is lined up. I suppose here we could almost have like some fancier floors. I'm gonna do some little striped spruce dark oak action. We're in a fancy house after all, so we can have different floors everywhere. Wherever we want, whatever we want. Wink. Cool. And maybe 2 curtains that overhang a little bit. With the pink, maybe the yellow, maybe the cyan, but I'm thinking the yellow ones. Some big curtains. Yep. Yeah, I think this can be pretty cute. And I think I'm not gonna start a next room. Oh, look at those cute little curtains. Yep. I'm gonna call it for now after these few rooms. Then I'm gonna continue that next time. Also have my Christmas hat on already. Forgot about that. Because not only do we have interior, we also still have exterior to do. That meaning plants and tree and garden stuff. That's actually nice. I should let you make my houses in Minecraft. Thanks. I mean, that's what I mainly do is like make like houses and stuff in Minecraft. But yeah, this one is just off the reference, and there's more stuff. This is just practicing. But yeah, we'll continue this one next Monday. I'll be back on Thursday, and I'll kind of be torturing myself a little bit, to be honest. Cause like I need to get better at PvP. Well, I also want to get better at PvP. I don't really need to, but I want to. But I know it's gonna be awful. So I'm gonna be torturing myself with PvP practice on Thursday. And we'll also be playing some Hole in the Wall. So I have some, like, you know, something I really enjoy in there as well. So yeah, I'll be back on Thursday. I will see you around. Thank you so much for hanging out. And bye.